Welcome to this 23-minute leg and glute workout. This is the second phase to our leg training, so if this one's too challenging for you, you're welcome to check my channel for an easier leg workout. From the kneeling position, place your right foot out in front of your right knee, tuck in your tailbone, and lean forward, engaging your glutes. Hold this position for 30 seconds. Tight hip flexors might prevent your glutes from fully contracting. So before this workout, we need to stretch out and relax your hip flexors, and you'll see faster returns in glute strength and development. Let's hold 10 more seconds. Time. Switch legs. Place your left foot out in front of your left knee, square your hips, tuck in your tailbone, and lean forward, engaging your glutes. This is a good time to say that I highly recommend you warm up before each workout. Not only will you prevent injury, but your workout will also feel better. You'll perform better doing the exercises, and you'll get better results in the long run. You can do a basic cardio warm-up like jogging or the stationary bike, but I also have a warm-up video on my channel that includes some dynamic stretches. 5 seconds left. And relax. Let's go on to our back for the glute bridge with marching. Pull your heels in close enough to reach with your fingertips, and make sure your knees and feet are the width of your hip bones. Raise your hips, tucking your tailbone, engaging your glutes. Now tuck your right knee toward your chest as far as you can, let it back down. Pull your left knee in as far as you can. That's 1 rep out of 10. If this is too challenging, you can also do the variation in the top left of your screen, the standard glute bridge, for 20 reps. We're on 3 now. Make sure as you switch legs that your hips don't drop and they don't tilt. Squeeze your glutes as hard as you can with each movement. This is 5 reps. Try to move with the same tempo as I do. We've got 2 more on each leg. This is 10. Go ahead and lower your hips and get ready for bent, hollow hold. So bring your legs together and slide your feet away from your hips. Raise your shoulder blades like you're doing a crunch and lift your feet just an inch off the floor. Hold for 30 seconds. We're holding our lower back flat, squeezing in our belly button. If this is too much and you're arching your back, go ahead and set your feet down very lightly so you can flatten your back again. 10 more seconds. Time. Go ahead and slide your heels back in for the glute bridge with marching. Remember, you can do the regular glute bridge if you need to. Raise your hips and tuck the right knee toward the chest. Hold each rep for a second. Now the left knee, that's 1. Now the right leg. Left is 2. 3. 4. 5. We're halfway there. Remember, if you can't complete all the reps in this workout, you can always write down how many you did this time and try to increase it next week. That's how you improve more quickly. 7. 8. 9. 10. Excellent. Go ahead and lower your hips and get ready for bent, hollow hold. Lift your shoulder blades, flatten your back, and lift your feet. Hold for 30 seconds. 15 seconds left. Remember that you can set your feet down lightly if your lower back starts to arch. Keeping your lower back flat is one of the most important points here. 5 seconds left. Time. Slide your heels back in for the last glute bridge. Lift your hips, tucking your tailbone and engaging your glutes. Now draw the right leg in and hold a second. And switch legs. Don't let your hips drop. That's 1. 2. Your hips will want to pivot as you switch legs. Keep them level. That's 3. 4. 5. Halfway there. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Excellent. Let your hips down. Let's get ready for our last bent hollow hold. Lift your shoulder blades, flatten your lower back, and finally lift your feet. Hold for 30 seconds. Make sure not to lift your feet too high. They're just barely off the floor. "15 seconds left. Time. Excellent. We're done with those 2 exercises. Now let's roll to our right side for a variation of the lateral leg lift. We're on our right forearm with our elbow right below our shoulder. Our right knee is bent, and we lift our hips, keeping our body straight and our left knee straight. Lift the leg as high as possible, holding it briefly and lowering slowly. The tempo is key. Hold 2 seconds at the top, that's 2, and lower slowly. If this is too difficult, you can do the variation on the top left of your screen. This is 4. This is 5. You should feel this right on the outside of your left hip. That's your gluteus medius. Try to squeeze that muscle with every rep. This is 8. We're doing 10. 9. And one more. 10. Lowering slowly. Let's switch sides. Let's quickly get onto your left forearm with your elbow right below your shoulder. Bend your left leg. Lift your hips, making sure your body is straight. And lift the right leg for 1. Lower slowly. 2. Make sure your toes are pointing straight ahead. 3. You're not feeling this in the front of the hip. 4. You're only feeling it on the outside. 5. 6. No matter how heavy your leg feels, every rep is as high as the first. 7. 8. Don't forget to hold. 9. 10. Excellent. Switch sides again. We're going to do 2 sets on each side. Get onto your right forearm, bend your right leg, and lift the hips. Remember, you can always do the easier variation. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway there. 6, your leg should be feeling heavy by now. 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. Okay, we're on our left side. Straighten up your body. You know what to do by now. Lift your hips and 1, 2. Try to squeeze the glute on each rep. 3, 4. Keep fighting to hold it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Be careful standing up, but let's take a 15-second water break before we go into the fun stuff. Alright, let's go into squats. So from a standing position with your feet hip width, squat down until your thighs are parallel to the floor, keeping your back as straight as possible, and come up all the way for 1. Pause at the bottom. 2. This is 3. If this bothers your knees, or you don't yet have the strength to go down to parallel, instead of doing partial squats, grab some support like the example in the top left. A railing or the sides of a door frame work nicely for this. This is 7. Make sure as you go down, your knees are pointing straight ahead. 8. This is 9. Tempo is key. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. Last one. 15. Moving on to single leg stiff legged deadlifts. Standing on your left leg, place your left hand on your hip and reach down with your right hand, keeping your back straight, pausing at the bottom. Push with your left leg to come back up to standing. That was 1. Pause at the bottom. This is 2. If you're having way too much trouble with your balance to do this exercise, you can very lightly put the toes of your right foot down on the floor to avoid falling over. If you do this, make sure you don't put too much weight on that foot. This is 5. Make sure you're reaching as low as you can while maintaining a flat back. 6. We don't need to go all the way down and touch our toes if it means rounding our back. 7. Also, we're not pulling ourselves up by our lower back, we're pushing with our foot, engaging the leg muscles. Push out your tailbone on the way down, tuck in the tailbone on the way up, squeezing hamstrings and glutes. 10. Pause at the bottom. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. Excellent. Switch legs. And let's go down for the first one right away. Pause. 1. Right back down. Pausing at the bottom. Push with your right foot. That's 2. Pause at the bottom. Squeeze hamstrings and glutes on the way up. 3. 4. Notice the more you squeeze, the more it burns. 5. But that burning is good. It tells us exactly where we're working. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 5 left. 11. 12. Try to hang in there all the way to 15. 13. But if you don't make it to 15 today, remember you can always add a rep or 2 tomorrow. 14. 15. Get ready for squats, our second and last set. So feet hip width. Squat down, thighs parallel to the floor. That's 1. Pause at the bottom. 2. Keep your back as straight as you can. 3. Remember you can hold support if you need to. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Make sure you're pushing with the heels. 9. 10, 11, 4 left, 12, keep a steady tempo, 13, 14, last one, 15, excellent. Okay, pick up your right foot slightly for the last set of single leg stiff-legged deadlift. Reach down with your right hand, keeping a flat back. Push with your left foot on the way up. That's 1. Pause at the bottom. 2. Go for perfect form. 3. Form is more important than how many reps you do. 4. Make sure you're feeling the right muscles. 5. We want to feel the hamstring and glutes. 6. 7. Imagine you're trying to push a hole in the floor with your left foot. 8. 9. 10. 5 left. 11. 12. 13. 2 left. 14. And 15. Switch legs. Reaching with the left hand. Pause at the bottom. That's 1. 2. 3. Focus on what muscles you feel stretching. 4. As well as what muscles you feel squeezing on the way up. 5. 6. 7. We're about halfway there. 8. 9. If the burning is building up, that's good. 10. 11. There's no burning in the lower back. 12. Just the glutes, hamstrings, and calves. 13. 14. Final rep. 15. Excellent. All right, now we're on to our last exercise, the reverse lunge. Starting with your feet close together, step back with your right leg, bending the knee till it almost touches the floor, and come back up to standing. This is 2. Make sure both knees make about a 90-degree angle. This is 4. Like the squats we did earlier, if this exercise bothers your knees, but the strength isn't there yet, you can hang on to some support, like a railing or the sides of a door frame. If you had to use support on both exercises, I recommend you go back and try to master the level 1 workout in my channel. This is 11. We're going for 15, but remember you can scale it down if you need to and add more reps later. 13. 14. Get ready to switch legs. 15 and switch. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Be strong. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. Last one. 15. You know, the sooner we start that second set, the sooner it's over with, so let's go. 1. 2. 3. As you step back, make sure that your left leg is pointing straight ahead. 5. Both legs should be working, but your left leg should be working a little bit harder than your right leg. We're on 8. Pull yourself forward with your left leg. 10. 11. Last 3 reps. 13, 14, last one, 15. Okay, switching legs one more time. 1, 2. Don't worry if you didn't make it to 15 reps on your first time around. Just give yourself a goal next time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 left, 11, this is literally our last exercise, 12, 13, 2 left, 14, last one, 15, excellent job. Let's go to the kneeling position on our mat for a couple of stretches. Place your right foot out in front of you for the kneeling hip flexor stretch. Tuck your tailbone and lean forward. Make sure your glutes are engaged for the full 30 seconds. Your muscles are warm now, so you should get a little deeper this time. Keep your chest up and your belly drawn in. 15 seconds left. Time, and let's switch legs. Left foot out in front of you. Tuck your tailbone, engage your glutes, lean forward, keeping your chest up. "15 seconds left. Time. Now let's flip onto our back for just one more stretch, the Supine Hamstring Stretch. Lie back completely, straightening your legs. Lift your right thigh, clasping your hands underneath, and extend your right heel toward the ceiling. As you reach out through your heel, also pull your toes up toward your shin to stretch the calf as well. "15 seconds left. Time. Go ahead and bend your knee, return your leg to the floor. Now bring up your left thigh, clasping your hands underneath. Extend your heel toward the ceiling and hold 30 seconds. Pull the toes back toward the shin. 15 seconds left. Time. That's it. You survived. I always post new workouts on Wednesdays. If you have any suggestions or requests, please leave them in the comments below. I always appreciate everybody who likes, shares, and subscribes. And as always, thanks for watching.